Hello guys, today we are here to discuss about something about frozen shoulder, which is also called adhesive capsulitis. So at first we have to know about what is frozen shoulder or adhesive capsulitis. As we know that it occurs in the shoulder joint, so it is a painful condition in which the movement of the shoulder becomes limited, that the patient cannot able to or person cannot able to do his ADLs, that is activities of daily living or life. So it occurs when the strong connective tissues which are present around the shoulder, in our term which we call joint capsule, it becomes thick, stiff and sometimes inflamed, due to which the person cannot do his proper range of motion. The joint capsule, which is around the shoulder joint, contains the ligaments that attach at the top of humeral head or of glenoid, which holds the joint in its place. And when this got inflamed, then if we do our range of motion, then there is a pain around that. So the condition, it is called frozen shoulder, as we know, because more pain is felt at the shoulder joint, less likely the shoulder will be used, because if we have pain, then we cannot able to do the proper movement. Uh, Lack of use also called the shoulder capsule to become thick, tight, so it is froze on that position. So who are they who are at major risk of frozen shoulder? Mostly it is common in women. It occurs mostly at the age between 40 to 60 years of age. Recent shoulder injury, if you are having some injuries like accident, then you are more prone to frozen shoulder. Other health disease like stroke, if you are having stroke, then you know that you have less movements around the joint, so the frozen shoulder can occur mostly at that point. The patient who are having diabetes may also tend to percent involve, they are having some type of pain around the shoulder, so they are also at risk to frozen shoulder. What are the signs and symptoms of frozen shoulder? There are three stages which define the proper sign and symptoms of the frozen shoulder. The three stages are: first the freezing stage, the frozen stage, and the thawing, that is recovery stage. So we will discuss all the three. That is first the freezing stage. As we know that freeze, there is no movement. In this stage, the shoulder becomes stiff and so painful that the person is not able to move his shoulder. The pain slowly increases day by day. It may worsen at night because there is no movement at night. He or she is unable to move his shoulder. This stage lasts for about 6 weeks to 9 months. Then the next stage comes, that is frozen stage. In this stage, the pain may become less because the shoulder remains stiff. This makes it more difficult to complete the daily living or daily task, daily activities. This stage also lasts about 2 to 6 months. The third stage which occurs is the thawing, that is the recovery stage. In this stage, the pain becomes less and there is some ability to move the shoulder, which slowly improves day by day. The full or normal length of the strength of the shoulder can come. Now we came to the diagnosis. How can we diagnose that we are having frozen shoulder? It can usually be diagnosed from the signs and symptoms that are occur, that there is a less range of motion, pain, stiffness, more pain at night. These type of signs and symptoms can be diagnosed like that, is that it is a frozen shoulder. To confirm the frozen shoulder, we have to do some diagnosis like X-rays or MRIs, which may be useful to rule out the other problems, like if there is arthritis or torn rotator cuff, that can also cause pain and limit the movement. So about the treatment, a combination of the following treatment are there, that is physical therapy is the most common therapy, medication, surgery, and at last home care. So if we came to physical therapy, it is most common treatment for the frozen shoulder. The goal of the physical therapy is to stretch the shoulder joint and regain the lost motion so that the proper range of motion can occur. It can take some time, like few weeks to some months, so to see the progress of the treatment. Home exercise programs or gentle range of motion exercise is also important. uh, I had attached a video of that also, so that you will able to know about how the exercises should be done. So if we are coming to the medications, so there are less medications, like if we have to reduce the pain, so we can take aspirin, ibuprofen, or some steroidal injection, which may also help to reduce the pain and inflammation. That's it. About the home care, when there is acute injury, then we have to place an ice pack on your shoulder for 15 minutes or several times per day, so that it can decrease the pain. If we came to surgery, if the condition is not improved, then surgery is the last option. In this, the manipulation should be done so that the full range of motion occurs under the general anesthetist to help break the adhesions. Thank you. Have a nice day.